Up above me hangs a truly one-of-a-kind light fixture, which is one of two hanging in the Estes Wind Car Museum. These incredible chandeliers were made by the Roycroft Company of East Aurora, New York. We believe they were constructed somewhere around 1919 and that they were possibly produced by Victor Toothaker, who was known to construct light fixtures in this early copper style. He was known for doing these at a company called Stickley, which was run by a craftsman named Gustav Stickley, before he moved to Roycroft, run by a gentleman named Elbert Hubbard. Now, it was Toothaker that did the majority of the light fixtures in the Grove Park Inn. So there are 12 Roycroft chandeliers hanging in the lobby of that beautiful place. Now, these two chandeliers were constructed for the manager of the Grove Park Inn, Fred Loring Seeley, who we've talked about in our blog, The Man versus Mountain, which tells the story of Overlook Castle. And these were originally built to hang in what is called the Great Hall of Seeley Castle, which is about a 30-foot tall ceiling. Now, when they were originally constructed in 1919, they did not contain this wooden ring inside of the chandelier that has several different quotes. They were copper, and they even had different shades on them. But the problem was that the patented copper shades that were on each light did not throw enough light in this massive space with 30-foot tall ceilings. So Fred Seeley changed them out for these glass flame type fixtures. And then later on, he had these modified, we believe possibly by the woodcrafters here at Biltmore Industries, to carve these wooden quotes inside of them. Now, after Mr. Seeley made some modifications in the castle, these chandeliers were replaced by a pair of silver chandeliers which currently hang in the castle today. And the story that we've been told was the silver chandeliers were a gift from the Dutch government to thank him for bringing Inca rayon to Inca, Candler, North Carolina. These were then subsequently removed in 1931 and installed in the sanctuary of the newly constructed St. Mark's Lutheran Church on Liberty and Spruce Streets. So these hung in the sanctuary for about 25 years until a pastor in the mid to late 1950s decided he didn't like them. He thought they didn't throw enough light and didn't particularly care for the style. So these were taken down and were put into storage by the facilities manager here, who was a guy named Bob Stevens, who was a very talented wood carver and was Seeley's right-hand man. They would remain in storage until probably about the mid to 1980s, when they were hung up in the original Homespun Museum, which is in the building that contains our restaurant in Grovewood Village. And then they were subsequently hung up in the Car Museum, probably somewhere in the mid to late 1980s. So they're not original to the building, but they've got an incredible story. If you'd like to learn more, click the link in our story to learn about Seeley Castle and their life at Overlook.